Hello, everyone. I'm Randy Suarez, aka Silver Crow, and today, well, I just want to talk about anime and what it means to me. Technically, it means a lot, actually. The first anime that I ever watched, ironically, was with my dad, and it was Tenchi Muyo. A lot of people always say, my first anime was Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, or so on and so forth. Now, my first anime I watched again was Muyo, but it wasn't the show. It was the movie that they had. It was on strictly VHS. I have the VHS tape, in my possession. It's somewhere around my house. Um, but I remember watching that with my dad and being very fascinated. You know, I didn't know anime was such a you know anime was basically in the I think mid '60s and stuff like that when it first came around. I mean, if it's not, please someone correct me in the comments. But at the end of the day, I was very fascinated by it, but it didn't really catch my eye until I was in fifth grade. Of course, with Dragon Ball Z and everything, it was a great escape for me. It was frowned upon, as you're a school kid, it was like sports and all this other stuff, and so you not just like cartoons, you actually like something that's foreign and stuff like that, and trust me, they got me bullied a lot, but at the same time, it got me some, I guess, some friends along the way, kinda, because with me knowing my personality, knowing how I am. Um, Between the ages of 5 and 14, I was a very sensitive person until something broke and I say, "Hey, you know what? Nothing, no more of this." But anime always been a core piece of myself, including I even throw anime with Power Rangers, even Kamen Riders. That's always been part of my personality. Always been part of my it wasn't like I said, it was a great escape, and it was, man. Even though back when I was growing up, I did not have access to a lot of it. It was anime scarce everywhere with me, and my dad used to be married to somebody who thought that wasn't watching anime was very inappropriate. Because demonic and all this other stuff. So, but that didn't matter to me. I enjoyed it because it was a great escape from my reality. Sooner or later, I did have to confront that reality growing up as I am now as an adult. But it always been a part of me. The main reason why I create this channel in general is not simply just to talk about anime too. I mean, I would love to. You have people that talk about anime regardless, from Professor Koro, Fable, and the Otaku couples, Dawn and Ren, DPS, Schwabity, Connor Quest, Rush, stuff that they express their art or platform on the reason why they like anime. And when it comes to this, me first doing this YouTube stuff, I realized, yes, I do love anime. It's still a night that sparked back into me more. I was just watching anime just to watch anime sometimes. But I used to draw anime too. And yes, that I did lost that spark when it came to that, and that's a whole different story. That I will get into maybe in this video, maybe into a next video or something like that. But anime helped me into my darkest time, and it helped me even in an even darker time. Going back to what I just mentioned about another story that I'm gonna mention. in this probably in this video or to the next one, but it helped me along with people to get over and get past that dark time, and that's never lost on me. And everyone has a favorite anime character, which is true. I mean, I literally met Johnny Young Bosch, I think back in 08, close to 09, the first time. And I was freaking out because he was, first of all, I kind of forgot that, yes, he was the Black Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. And he was the voice of Ichigo, which is still one of my favorite main protagonist characters because, one, I like the coloring of his Bankai. I like his cut of his gym, as you may say. It really, really got to me when when I first met him, and my friend said, "Hey, can we take a picture?" Yeah. And basically he did like a voice recording for us too. And he said, "Say right now." He basically asked me. He asked my friend, "Can he say Gesuga Tennis Show?" Which Ichigo's Ichigo's tack and everything. He's like, "Right here? Yeah, right now? Yeah, Gesuga Tennis Show!" I literally screamed like a little girl. And it's kind of weird for me to say that, but I did. It was an amazing time. But again, like I said, anime got me through a lot, you know. As you can probably see in my room. But it all, you know, a lot of people say, "Oh, anime probably for kids or anything," but it's very serious for adults. You have genres. I realize with me in general, I mean, I don't mind the sometimes the sappy rom-com anime or the romance anime, even this very sad one when it's kind of like a romance and yet it was tragic, like with Your Lies in April. I literally, when the main one of the main characters, I'm not gonna give you a spoiler. Stop. What's the late? One of the main characters, I'm not gonna tell y'all which one, passes away, and the one of the other main characters realized that while doing something, he realized he could never play with that character ever again because his dream to play with her inside a stadium or something like that was gone. And that hit me because even the part when he was reminiscing about how bad his mom treating him, he wished her, you know, that she would just key over already. And that, even that, you know, that comes from a dark place, and that resonated with me because I was in that dark place once. And luckily I have people who will gladly not will not see myself to put myself in that dark place ever again. You know, I have a good relationship with my dad, and I have a good relationship with my mom. I have a good relationship with my sisters, my brothers. I have a good relationship with my friends. I have a good relationship with my current job, technically. You know, I personally don't want to work at that job anymore. That's part of me doing this stuff. But I hope it gains traction, even though it might be a few years from now down the line. But anime saved the good part of myself and help it expand more, because I was in that point in my mind state years ago. This is coming from when I was 5 years old until I was in my teens, and even in my 2021. When I was 20 and 21, it just drove the dark part of myself out because I saw something that I liked and I enjoyed it. Case example, Fairy Tail. I mean, yes, that's still number one waifu, Urza, along with along with Nico Robin and everything. It's like I'm getting fantasizing. But at the end of the day, regardless of what anime anyone likes, if you enjoy it, good. Good man. Good girl. If you enjoy your anime genre that you like specifically, all I can ask is one, good. All I can say is good, and if you can, expand. It should not be a dub versus sub. It does not matter. It should not be well. I have not read the manga, so I won't spoil it. You shouldn't care about spoilers because a simple imagination. But I get into that to another video. But if you love anime, you know what I mean when I say it. Sometimes anime can literally drive out what's bothering you and everything. It helps you, especially when today's anime and stuff like that. They will hit what's going on in general around the world with just 1 or 2 episodes. Like even with Black Clover, not with classism and being what's the word for it? I've kind of forgot. What's that word? Discriminated. That's the word. Throughout, let's say about a good chunk of the first thing about 120 episodes, that cannot be more clear that they brought up discrimination between the lower and high class. Not simply just that, even with different races and everything, they were talking about that as well. Even with that time I reincarnated as a slime, when it comes to the seasons wrong coming up or the light novel, and they do talk about it between the monsters and humans and all this other stuff because of a certain not to get that much spoilers, a certain religion receives the monster kingdom as bad, and normally they will be right if they didn't treat people well. And on the other hand, the one religion treated people like crap sometimes. So again, shows a lot about real life sometimes. But anyway, I'm not trying to rattle on and everything, but I do want to create this platform, not simply just to talk about anime, but talk about yourself. Like even with one of the videos I watched, and this is from a YouTube reactor, and she's to me personally, I think she's very charming and funny. Shay Too Sweet. She brought up a good point. She wanted people to ask her how her day was, and I asked her how her day was because I personally don't mind doing that. I do that with everybody because at the end of the day, you don't know what that person might be going through, and sometimes it's good to let that person who's going through a lot to not simply lash out, to vent out their problems, or if they're having a bad day, to let it out, And sometimes all you need to do is just listen. You don't need to give your 2 cents in unless they ask, unless they done something stupid too. But then again, like I said, all you have to do is just listen, and that's it. Because at the end of the day, that person matters, and so do you. So, till next time. Peace.